But I'm thinking that, time is not on anyone's side really at the moment, we're all of an age now, myself and the guys in the band, and unfortunately, as metal fans, we hate to see that we're losing, good guys along the way. Trying to look a little bit into the future, we can kind of see that us dinosaurs are collected on the prairie, ready for migration to the next place we're going to go to, and what will be left, there'll be an extinction at some point to certainly classic metal as we know it, I suppose, simply because we all look to see what's happening, now, new and stuff like that, and it's kind of different, and a lot of people, because I speak to a lot of people, people are still going back to listening to their old vinyls and looking at old footage on YouTube, and a lot of people are still discovering what we did in the 60s, 70s and 80s, those three magical decades. But by the time the 90s came around, I mean, even Priest, we went out there with the great Pantera, an Annihilator, but then obviously there was, bands who were gaining strength, obviously the great Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth, lots of great bands. Machine Head, can't leave them out. Lots of heavier bands, heavier than Priest bands, we have to say, because they were developing more and more so techniques, with detuning, sounding heavier, more aggressive, so metal went to a new place. And obviously we had how many different metals: death metal, thrash metal, you name it, industrial metal. Did I ever know what that was? I'm not too sure if I did, but it was incredibly rewarding and fantastic to have been not just a fan and to have witnessed this the great decades of rock and metal as we know them today, but to also have been a part of it was incredibly rewarding for someone like myself.
Must be very, yeah. On that subject of the the newer metal out there, are you a fan? Do you think? Because I'm a big fan of the kind of older stuff. I love Priest because I think it doesn't age. Priest, the music's so fresh whenever you hear it. But I think, personally, I think a lot of the newer bands, they're kind of going away from leather and they're going away from all the things I personally associate with heavy metal. But do you think they're still being kind of inventive, and is it quite a good way to go?
Yeah, I think the industry obviously has changed, and we know it's changed obviously with what's happened, and it's been harmful and damaging in a lot of ways, even a lot of established bands have had their kind of pensions taken away from them and stuff like that. So they have to get back out to work and get back on the road and do some gigs, at whatever age, whatever your disabilities might be, and that's a big part of it. Good in some ways, but in respect of new bands, new product and everything, their opportunities have been stripped away, because the support machinery is not there like it used to be from record companies, managements, agents, but we've got more and more musicians with lots of great ideas, but not really been able to fund and put it together and get noticed. But there are bands out there, and I always welcome anyone that I meet and speak to send me over kind of links to check out new bands. But I can't help myself, as well. I'm kind of, because Doc and have just got back together after 20 years, so I'm watching footage of those guys, and they're on, there's some great stuff, so it gets to be exciting again when these kind of older bands, well, hang on, we're going to get out, and earn ourselves some money because we're not getting what we're supposed to do anymore from the, the records that we made. So that sings in a good way, puts people back together. So that's good, but more difficult for the newer bands and artists to come to the surface.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm KK Downing, formerly of Judas Priest, and I'm here today with Metal Matt, Instagram and YouTube. So please check it all out because we've just done a killer interview, and I'm here to talk about just a little bit about the book, Heavy Duty Days and Nights in Judas Priest. So if you get a chance, please check it out. But as I say, check out Metal Matt, who actually, his name's Metal Matt because the legendary Rob Halford gave him that very name. So it used to be Matt Gothic, who's the same person, but it's all about Metal Matt now and his YouTube and Instagram channel. So check it out, stay tuned, and see you real soon, guys.
This is Metal Matt, the King of Hearts.
When the days ended and the sun rised again, my life was still in turmoil. Time can change, things won't stay the same, but the things you do will still matter. Time took me back, but you left me all alone. Time took me back, the King of Hearts. Time took me back, the King of Hearts. The King of Hearts.
Hey, this is Satchel from Steel Panther. You're listening to Metal Stream Radio with Metal Matt, and he's totally naked from the waist down.